Hello. Hi. Good evening. I think we are online now. Please check for the audio quality and video quality, and please let me know um, whether you can hear me with a good audio quality. Okay. So, so today I'm here online because I have received two questions on root analysis in Revit. The first question actually, so I think what's her name? Her name is Varvara Gaurilova. Okay, hi Varvara. Okay, so I'm answering your question today. So does it also consider linked model as obstacles? That's the first question. So when we are using root analysis tool, will it consider linked model as an obstacle? Okay, so I can show you clearly. For example, in case if I'm creating a new project, okay, I'm going to create a new project, or I can just show it here. Let me just delete all the existing roots. Okay, fine. So here you can see, so this wall actually the current project walls, and if I select this one, can you see my screen? You can't see my screen because you are seeing a picture. Okay, so I'm changing my screen, sorry. So I'm just going to change it now. You can see my webcam. Okay, so this is my actual computer. Okay, so sorry, so before you were seeing a picture, so I think now you can see my screen. Yes. Okay, so I just deleted the previous path of travel. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the answer for the first question. Okay, so will this path consider the linked model as an obstacle? So here if you want to check, you can just click on the reveal obstacle. If you click here, you can see, so this is considering these walls as an obstacle, and this is also considering this wall as an obstacle. So here you can see this wall is a project wall, okay, and this one actually the link, this is a link. You can see here in the properties, you can read linked Revit model, the name is new, okay, new RVT, it's a linked wall. So the first question answer is yes, this will consider linked models as obstacle, but you should understand that this will also take the height. For example, if you're drawing the wall from zero to the top level, but your actual slab is below 100 mm, then there is a gap between the wall and the floor. If there is a gap between the wall and the floor, then the path will travel through the gap. Okay, so you have to make sure that the wall should be connecting the bottom floor and the top floor, otherwise you will be seeing a different result. For example, let's just check here, path of travel. I'm going to draw from this point to this point. Okay, so here, so Revit is calculating. Okay, so this is an obstacle, so this is passing away from the wall. Okay, so here now, in case if I take these walls and if I change this wall height, check none, select wall. Okay, if I change the wall height to somehow if I change this to 0, and if I select the path and if I update, this is supposed to flow through the wall. So path of travel, time, speed, everything is there. Okay, in case if I bring this wall above, if I make this 2 foot up, select, update. Somehow now this is not changing the path. If I take the path again from here to here, so this is not changing. Okay, sometimes if you're having any gap between the floor and the wall, oh, what's happening here? I think I have another wall. Oh, that's why this is not changing the path. Okay, so that's the matter. Okay, I think I have answered your question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Why don't you just close this? Okay, I can take a new Revit. Okay, so this is a new Revit. I'm just saving it here in the desktop. Let's call it as project 1. Mostly project 1 is already there, I think. Let's call it as project 2, and I have saved. I'm drawing a 4 wall. Okay, just a 4 wall, and this wall starting from level 0 to level 1. Okay, and I have a floor here. Okay, and that's at level 0, and I'm going to take analyze tool. Where is it? Analyze tool, path of travel, and I'm checking from here to here. So you can see this is traveling from this point to this point. In case if I keep this wall little bit higher, and if I select and if I update again, oh, this is not changing. Maybe I think they have fixed it. So before, in case if you take this above 1 meter, and if I take the path of travel and if I update, this will surely pass through. Okay, so we have a gap between the floor and the wall, but the path of travel actually considering the wall. Okay, maybe I think the bug got solved. I don't know. Okay, now what? The first question. Okay, so for now, okay, let's consider I have a okay, I have 4 walls here. I'm just going to make this as a group, and I'm going to save this group as an external link. Okay, link 1, save. Now you see the same 4 walls are external link. If I select, you can see it's a link. Okay, in case if I am updating the same again, you can see this is still considering the 4 walls as obstacle. So that's what you should know. If I am revealing obstacle, then I can see the element. Now this has been considered as obstacle. That's all. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I think I have answered your question, Varvara. Okay, thanks for asking. Okay, yes. Link model considered as obstacles. But the category should be enabled. So how to enable the category? If you go here in the root analysis, so these are the categories to enable the obstacle list. Okay, so here I think the wall, oh, this is for excluding, is it? Revit will never consider the following as obstacle. Okay, so in case if you want to exclude the category from obstacle list, then you can check this here. Okay, so for now doors are considered as a path, so they are excluded. In case if you want to exclude the wall, for example, I'm excluding the wall. If you say okay, then switch off and switch on again. Now you see, now the walls are not obstacle, but to update the path, select the path and then update. Now you see this is passing through the wall. So this is how you work with the obstacle. So you have to check the root analysis settings here. Okay, yes, okay, I am just answering your question. Link model considered as obstacle. Yes. Root analysis settings. Check these settings. Okay, and I have another question. Okay, the spatial grid doesn't work with the path route. Okay, the spatial grid actually to mention or to show the room boundary. Okay, so it will not change any of the path, it will not change. But for example, what will happen if you redefine the path after placing the grid? So let's just try. I'm just going to make this room. Okay, so now the room is there. Okay, update. The path of travel failed. I know, because it has to be here. Yes. So now we have a room. Let's consider this as a room. Okay, and let's draw a wall from here to here, and I'm considering this wall actually splitting the room, and I have a door. Okay, so now I'm going to define the room. Oh, it's not considering the link wall. Maybe I think the wall height could be a matter. Is there a gap? Then we can't apply room. Okay, that's fine. Select, then bind link, bring it inside the project, and remove link. Okay, select, ungroup, take all the wall and bring it from 0. Now I can apply the room. Okay, so the spatial grid is to apply or to show the room. Okay, for example, if I go to analyze and I'm taking the spatial grid, so here I can take any pattern. Okay, grid spacing. So this is for the human size. Okay, so grid spacing, it is 2 meter. We can keep it as 1 meter. I think 1 meter is enough. And select the room, and then you have to click on finish. Then you see, so this is actually considering the per person area. For example, consider there is a person here, and then the next person is supposed to be here. Okay, so that's a rule. So here the only benefit from these grid spacing or space grid, when I'm updating the room boundary, we can say when I'm updating the room boundary, then I can also update the space grid. Actually this is supposed to be updated automatically. So in case if you want to update it automatically, then I think after drawing you have to lock this boundary, otherwise. So this is not going to change. Okay, so this grid actually to show a per person area. Okay, this will not affect the path. This will not affect the path. Okay, for example, I have a small chair here. Let's consider that, like I have a small chair here, Do I have a chair loaded? Yeah, I have a desk. Let's consider that I have a desk here. Okay, I have a desk here. In case if I take analyze tool, and if I take the path of travel from here to here, then you see, so this is going through this path. In case if I don't have enough space, then you see this is taking the other route. So we have a small gap, but still Revit is considering that this small gap is not enough for the person to cross, so this is taking the other route. So that's the only definition we can get here with a spatial grid actually a graphics to show maybe approximately how much we need. When you have the hatch, then you can guess, so this path will work, this path will not work, kind of. Okay, otherwise the path and the spatial grid, I think they are not connected. I believe they are not connected. Okay, and you are asking in case if I'm changing the path and how to update. So you select the path, then update. Okay, so that's how we do. Select the path and then you can update. So most of the time these updates automatically, but sometimes it don't update. So when it is not updated, then you have to click on the update. If you update, then so it will show the correct path. I think I have answered your second question. Okay, the first one is the spatial grid doesn't have any constraint with the, how do I say, actually the path of travel will not get changed by the spatial grid. Okay, the spatial grid will not affect the path of travel. And the second one, what will happen if I redefine the path after placing the grid? Nothing will happen. In case if you want to update the path, then you have to select the path and then update. It's all same. Okay, so I'm just going to answer your question. This is what I think. Okay, so you can also have a different opinion. In case if you're having any doubt, then you can go to the help menu and go through what they have written here there. Okay, spatial grid. Actually, spatial, I think I'm writing it I'm writing it with the correct spelling. Okay, but the per person distance matters, right? So if you go to here, analysis zone plan, top or bottom, so these measurements are matters. And then if you take spatial grid, the grid spacing matters. Okay, so that's what I think. I usually guess the concept and then I work with Revit. That's all. Varvara. Okay, and I believe I have answered your question. Okay, so you can also do whenever you get a doubt, then you can also do trial and error. This will not affect your Revit. Okay, so no problem. Even I used to have more trials to ensure the the guessing thoughts or guessing logics are correct. Okay, so that's all for today, and I think I have answered Varvara's question. Okay, that's all about today. Let's see. Okay, I think the next session will be on the keyhole, how to create a face based family and generic keyhole. So that's a very important session. Please watch my videos continuously so that you will understand better on Revit. Okay, thanks for watching. I am supposed to start a Revit training class. Okay, so I am trying to make videos for a Revit class. So I think this will be the last training session I will ever have with the Revit application. Okay, so I am trying to make a full stretch Revit training class on YouTube. Please let me know if you want to be if you want to participate. Please let me know. Okay, so I will just have you in my mind so that I will bring more what do I say, so I will also bring some syllabus to cover all the topics. That's all. I think mostly I have explained all the tools already. Let's see what if I have missed anything, then I will try to cover it up in the training session. That's all. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.